Hey everybody, today I'm doing one of my all-time favorite recipes, pork carnitas. This is Patty Yennick's recipe with a little Libbie Summers twist. I love it. I made it for the first time during a blizzard in New York. I love it because it uses an inexpensive cut of meat. It feeds the crowd. Josh, it lasts forever. You can just kind of nibble on it all day. It doesn't need a bunch of toppings like I have it here. We're just putting a little cilantro on it. Let's make this. Josh, this is actually Patty Yennick's recipe, and I met her ages ago when I was culinary producing a television show, but the first time I did this recipe was, when was the year that was that huge snowstorm in New York?
2012 maybe?
12, was it that long ago?
15?
The New Yorkers will know. I was up there styling a shoot for Better Homes and Gardens. Carnitas was shooting it, and it was going to be this really great May recipes from Patty, and nobody could get in. I made it in just in time. Nancy Hopkins was there. We had a great stylist. Anyway, Patty couldn't make it in. But I made these carnitas and fell in love with them, and I've since talked to her and told her how much I love them. You guys, that was a half of an onion going in a blender. This is not something Patty does. I've kind of tweaked it as my own. I'm putting half of a jalapeno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 garlic cloves. I learned a long time ago that the Latins love to use their blender, and it makes everything easier. All right, I've got 6 cloves of garlic. Now let's put some spices in. I'm gonna put about a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. And then I have marjoram. So in the oregano family, but definitely a much more distinct flavor, I think. I'm going a teaspoon of marjoram. And I've got a teaspoon of thyme. This is the hardest part of this recipe. So that's not that bad at all, is it? And then I've got some cloves. I love this part of the recipe. I'm going a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. And I have a little fresh pepper. Probably like a 1/2 teaspoon of fresh pepper going in there. Full tablespoon of salt.
Wow.
A lot of salt, because we're not really adding except a little bit to the meat. We're not really adding. I'm off camera now. I need some water. We're gonna add to this. So I've got 1.5 cups of water. So that's it. That's everything that goes in there, and that's what's going to be seasoning, along with some orange juice and one very special ingredient, your pork. Puree that up. That's it, Josh. How easy was that? So that's going to go aside, and let's start working on our pork. I love this recipe because it feeds a ton of people, and everybody can kind of eat on it throughout a week. It's perfect for now. I'm starting off with a 5-pound pork shoulder. So the shoulder would be kind of top of the arm, like that shoulder blade, and it goes up to the spine. So it's kind of that whole area. Gets a little bit of the neck in it, and it typically is somewhat lean, but we want to keep all the marbling in this. I've cut off some really thick pieces of fat, but for the most part, I want to keep all that in. And Josh, I'm just going to cut this into big chunks, probably about 4 inches each. So just big, huge chunks of this shoulder. Nothing has to be too perfect. And look at all the fat in there. That's gonna make it nice and tender. And it cooks so long and very flavorful. All right, there we go. We got our pork shoulder cut up. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna brown it. So let's go back to the stove. All right, Josh, I've got a big Dutch oven because this is gonna need some space. I'm putting in probably about a tablespoon of oil, and all we're gonna do is pork. And I like to get it browned on all sides. It takes probably, I don't know, like 10 minutes to get it all browned. This is actually gonna fit in pretty decently. It might work in batches if you have a little bit more than that. So the pan's not as big. Josh, I'm gonna do just a little bit of salt while we're getting a bit of a sear on that pork. Alright, Josh, we're taking that onion mixture that we made, and we're just going to pour that, and watch it go in. Over the top. I'm going to reduce the heat. Let's get it down to like a medium low. Typically, I'd like that, let that simmer just a little bit, but it's so hot right now. I'm going to go ahead. I've got 1 cup of fresh squeezed orange juice.
Good stuff.
The good stuff, yes. That's going in as well. Here's the secret sauce, Josh Summers. We've got 2 tablespoons of sweetened condensed milk. I love that this recipe has some sweetness to it. And like the orange juice, we could use like some other kind of citrus acid, right? A couple of bay leaves going in as well. But the orange juice is like a sweet citrus, right?
Sure.
Give that just a little stir. And you guys, here's the magic of this. Reducing it down to like a medium low. I'm gonna put a lid on it. And I'm gonna leave it alone. That's gonna take, we wanna cook it until it falls off the bone. And Josh, just so happened I have some from last night, get in here. So I've been cooking, because we're feeding a bunch of people, so I cooked 10 pounds last night. Look how that's like falling off the bone. So that cooked about 4 hours. This is a big pot. I think that's gonna probably get done. Just keep checking it, like it's at least 2.5 hours, but oh my God, that is so good. All right, let's make a carnita. All right, Josh, I'm gonna just chop up a little cilantro for us. I mean, this is to each his own on what they might want to put on it. I don't like to adulterate it too much, do you?
No.
So I've charred some tortillas. Oh my God, I'm salivating. Salivating. Typically I'd like break this up and put it in a bowl, but we're gonna go right in there and get some. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite meals ever. Pork carnitas, Josh Summers. First one for you. You guys, pork carnitas, one of my favorite meals. It feeds a crowd. We love this. Recipe in Libbie recipe up above in the profile link, libbiesummers.com. You can get it. Tag me if you're doing it. Thank you, Patty Yannick, for the great recipe. We both couldn't wait. So good. Oh, so good.
So good.
Oh my God. Bye, you guys. See you next time. It's so damn good.